Caught my cheating wife at a secret hotel. My wife was surprised when I gave her divorce papers in the hotel lobby. For 3 years, my wife Anna told me she had book club every Thursday night. I never questioned it. She would come home around 10, smell like wine, and tell me about whatever novel they discussed. I trusted her completely. We had been married for 6 years, together for 8, and I thought we were solid. Then 2 weeks ago, I was leaving the gym when I saw her car parked at the Maple Grove Inn. This place was about 20 minutes outside town, the kind of hotel that business travelers used when passing through. I almost drove past, thinking maybe she was meeting someone there for book club, but something made me pull into the lot. I parked 3 rows away and watched. 20 minutes went by. Then I saw her walk out of the lobby with some guy I had never seen before. They were laughing. He had his hand on her lower back. She leaned into him while they walked to the elevator entrance on the side of the building. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely hold my phone. I sat there for 2 hours until she came back out alone, fixed her hair in the reflection of the glass doors, and drove away. I went home and acted normal. She walked in at her usual time, talking about the book they read, some murder mystery. I nodded and asked questions like always. That night I barely slept. The next Thursday, I told her I was going to poker night with my buddy Travis. Instead, I drove straight to the Maple Grove Inn and waited. Sure enough, her car pulled in at 7. This time, I watched her walk in carrying a small overnight bag. I waited 15 minutes, then followed her inside. The lobby was nearly empty except for the front desk clerk and an older couple checking in. I walked up to the desk and asked if Anna Brennan had checked in. The clerk looked uncomfortable and said they couldn't give out guest information. I pulled out my phone and showed her a photo of us together. Told her Anna was my wife. The clerk's face changed. She hesitated, then quietly said, "Room 304. I took the elevator up. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I might pass out. When I got to the 3rd floor, I walked down the hallway and stood outside room 304. I could hear voices inside, laughter, music playing softly. I knocked. The voices stopped. After a moment, the door opened a crack, and the same guy from last week looked out. He saw me, and his face went white. Anna appeared behind him. When she saw me, she froze. Her mouth opened, but nothing came out. I didn't yell. I just said I needed to talk to her downstairs. Now. She grabbed her purse and followed me to the elevator without a word. The guy stayed in the room. The elevator ride down was completely silent. She kept trying to say something, but I held up my hand. When we got to the lobby, I walked over to the seating area near the front desk. She sat down across from me. Her hands were shaking. She started crying and saying it wasn't what it looked like, that she could explain everything. I reached into my jacket and pulled out the envelope. I had been carrying it around for 3 days, waiting for this exact moment. I handed it to her. She looked confused. She opened it and saw the divorce papers inside. Her face went from confused to shocked to completely pale. She looked up at me with tears running down her face and asked what this was. I told her it was exactly what it looked like. I had already signed them. All she needed to do was sign her part and we were done. She started talking fast, saying this was a huge misunderstanding, that the guy upstairs was just a friend, that they were working on a project together. I asked her what kind of project required an overnight bag and a hotel room every Thursday for months. She went quiet. The front desk clerk was pretending not to watch, but I could see her glancing over every few seconds. The older couple from earlier was sitting in the lobby restaurant and definitely watching now. Anna put the papers down on the coffee table between us and reached for my hand. I pulled away. She said she made a mistake, that it only started 2 months ago, that she would end it right now if I gave her another chance. I stood up. I told her I already talked to a lawyer, already moved my stuff out of our bedroom into the guest room, already told my parents, and already canceled the joint credit cards. I had spent the last week getting everything ready because I knew this conversation would go exactly like this. She grabbed my arm and begged me not to do this, said we could go to counseling, that she would do anything to fix it. I looked at her and said the only thing she needed to do was sign the papers. Then I walked out of the lobby, got in my car, and drove home.